G'day, my name's Rupert McLaren. We're on my farm here at Glenmore, 5 kilometres east of Barmedman. So I've got a mixed cropping and grazing enterprise. We're shearing at the moment. We're shearing our oldest wethers, 5.5 years old, and the house is full. We've got 6 shearers going. I'm running wethers because the labour's my most precious resource, and the wethers allow me the flexibility to carry out the cropping and continue on with livestock. My sons are working here in the shed. It's really important to me. They represent the future of my operation, obviously, and the investments we're making now hopefully will help them and future generations who farm this land. We can hold about 500 sheep here, but we have the previous shed to the south of here, and it holds another 500. The shed is obviously used for shearing, and that's its primary function, but it's also storing machinery in the off-season, and Triples is a great entertainment area. The shed came about because one of the rouseabouts turned up with a heap of pamphlets from Henty, and as a joke he passed them over to me and said, your shed's useless, you should build one of these. And everybody laughed, and I had actually been thinking about doing something about my shearing shed for some time, and I flicked through the pamphlets and thought to myself, well, that's insane. I should build a new shed. It's a lifetime investment. It was something that I thought long and hard about, but when you compare it to the costs within the grain industry, it's actually extraordinarily good value when you think about it, because it's about the same cost as a large tractor. In 20 years' time, the tractor I've got currently will be stuffed. She'll almost be scrapped, but in 20 years' time, this shed will just be worn in. I think this is probably a 150-year investment. So when you amortise the cost over the years that it will be in operation, I think it's extraordinarily good value for money. So the initial design was a ProWay pre-existing design in the pamphlet, but then Mick took that design and tailored it to our particular needs. We probably talked about it for a couple of months and made it fit with the existing shed and the existing yards. And we settled on something that we all thought would work, and it went really well. The OH&S advantages in working in a shed like this over a lifetime will be enormous. At the end of the day, I actually feel pretty good working in this shed. There's hardly any bending at all. The only people bending over still are the shearers, poor buggers. But everybody else is upright, and after working on a flat floor, the raised board is an absolute joy. And I'm very impressed with the Sawtooth arrangement. I'd worked on a circular board before, and that was fantastic as well. Obviously you didn't have to bend over. It's working really well. I was talking to the shearers earlier, and they were saying that they are really happy. No complaining is high praise from shearers. ProWay Sawtooth is much easier for the shearers. They're not having to drag the sheep around another 90 degrees, dragging straight out of the pen. And of course, the penner up, he loves it as well, because compared to my old shed, it is much, much easier to fill the catching pens. So one man without a dog can fill up the shed for 6 crutches. In this particular case, because we're shearing in February, the insulation in the roof and the walls makes a huge difference. Some of the outstanding features of the shed, they love having the extra space to put all their gear, the power points that are set up within each of the stands. They like the private light, and the finish, it far exceeds what I was expecting. The cypress pine walls and floor are just absolutely brilliant. Everybody who walked into the shed during construction also were just absolutely blown away by the quality of the timber and the solidness of the construction. But most of all, they love that air conditioner. I have an air conditioner in my tractor. This is much harder work than my tractor. There is no way that I would not have an air conditioner in the shearing shed. One of the shearers was telling me that he'd Snapchatted to all his shearing mates, and they were all very excited and envious, and we'll be showing the graziers up there that this is the go. So and to hear that, it gives you the warm glow inside, doesn't it? The shearers I've got, they're a good team, but Their big weathers, their hard work, anything that I can do to make their life a little bit easier is well worth doing. I have one goal in life, and that is to go through a full shearing without any of the shearers complaining. ProWay far exceeded my expectations with regards to the build and the construction. They did an amazing job. It ran without hiccup in a timely fashion. As I say, the team at ProWay did a fantastic job, and I would recommend them to anybody who would be prepared to listen.